Hey, hi. Those who are looking for comedy as a genre in any of the OTT platforms, I think for the weekend, you have better things to catch up with. The latest National Stock Exchange news is going to be the biggest binge watch for the weekend. Yet again, the National Stock Exchange of India has hit the headlines. This time, the story is fit for a low-budget Bollywood movie, or it could be for a OTT-driven web series.
The financial sector has always been very agnostic to gender. Second, if you are part of an organization from the beginning, you always have a advantage.
We are talking about the story about the erstwhile MD and CEO of National Stock Exchange, Chitra Ramakrishnan, unidentified yogi meditating somewhere in the Himalayas, seems to have influenced Chitra Ramakrishna while she was MD and CEO of National Stock Exchange. She seems to have shared certain confidential information which would have impacted millions of investors over a period of 20 years. An unknown yogi meditating somewhere in Himalayas? Seriously? The story unfolds involving three people. Chitra Ramakrishna, she was a MD and CEO of National Stock Exchange. Anand Subramaniam, who grew in the ladder very fast, who was the Chief Operating Officer for National Stock Exchange, and his wife, Sunita Anand, who was heading south. It looks like Anand Subramaniam, as reports suggest in the media, is also related to Chitra Ramakrishna. Chitra Ramakrishna and the unknown yogi of Himalayas. Somewhere alongside, these two seems to have vacation at some of the beaches too. The media says that's a story SEBI has sold to the governance team which is investigating the scam involving Chitra Ramakrishna and the unknown yogi. The SEBI order dated 11 February 2022 has looked into the appointment of Anand Subramaniam as a Chief Strategic Advisor to MD and later redesignated as Group Operating Officer and Advisor to MD, and also looking into the role of Ravi Narayan and the entire Board of Directors of National Stock Exchange. The story which is unfolding is becoming more murkier. On 17 February 2022, income tax authorities started raiding the residences of Chitra Ramakrishna. The most important thing to remember, the entire team is responsible for sharing confidential information which would have impacted millions of investors to an unknown yogi who is living in Himalayas. Since the tenure of Ravi Narayan and continuing with Chitra Ramakrishna seems to be the beginning of downfall of all sorts of corporate governance in the National Stock Exchange. The near monopoly probably would have given a certain level of complacency for them to ignore the corporate governance. Sharing confidential information which would have impacted millions of investors by National Stock Exchange under the leadership of Chitra Ramakrishna could be the biggest ever scam. That too, the confidential information which was shared almost for 2 decades to an unknown yogi from Himalayas could be the biggest joke ever in the Indian corporate governance history. This is one of the finest comedy genre in the history of Indian corporate. Thank you for watching my channel. If you like the content, like them, share them, and do subscribe, and also write your comments. Thank you so much.